Welcome to Algebra 1 or Pre-Calculus with Miss Ainley. Here at Shiloh High School, our mission is to relentlessly pursue high-level teaching and learning on a global perspective for all students and staffs. And I'm really excited about what this year has in store. All right, so this is a little bit about me. Again, my name is Josie Ainley. I'm originally from Kenya, East Africa, but I have been in the States for over half my life at this point. I am currently teaching Algebra 1 and Pre-Calculus. My education background is I have a bachelor's in mathematics, I have a master's in math education, and I'm currently working on networking and a cybersecurity degree that should be finishing at the end of this semester. I've taught everything from like seventh grade to high school. I've pretty much had a really good grasp on all things math. So generally, I know like what you need to know all the way through to college, actually. So because of that, my passion is not just for the current math that I'm teaching this year, but also for the future of your child. So what does that look like? What does this math look like in college, or what does this math look like in 12th grade? And are they prepared for, life after high school? And so as we go through the year, you're going to hear your child probably ask you a couple of questions and just to make sure that they are on the path that they need to be on. So with that being said, it's all about knowledge. I continuously am learning new things, being in the education field and also having, my own nephews going through the education system. So every time I learn something, I am quick to share it with all those who want to know it. So with that respect, did you know that colleges see your teens freshman year's grades? What does that mean? That same biology, the one your child got when she decided or he decided that mastering the principles of genetics didn't matter. Well, she was wrong. 3 years later, as a senior, when your son or daughter applies to a college or university as an engineering major, that C shows up loud and clear and influences the STEM degree that he or she is trying to pursue. So it matters, from freshman year to senior year, all your grades matter. Second thing, did you know that it is the easiest time to either boost or hinder your GPA? So freshman year is the easiest time to hinder or boost your GPA. GPA, as you know, is an average of all your high school grades over the 4 years. So for simplicity, instead of looking at each semester for each year and each class, let's just average the whole year's grade. And what I want you to notice is if you look on the very first example of the student, in their freshman year, they averaged an F. Okay. And one of the biggest things that I want you to really pay attention to is what does that F do? So that F is a zero. Okay. It gives you absolutely no credit, no points. So by all means, the worst grade that we can, get is an F. So by all means, let us avoid that. But, so let's take this kid, made an F freshman year on average, and then B's, all the way sophomore, junior, and senior year. Um, so we can't see that real quick. Let me just do this. You can see the overall GPA there. The screen got a little bit smaller, is 2.025. Now, the importance of a GPA is, of course, it hinders the kind of scholarships that you are eligible for. It hinders you getting into college or university. And so really, the only point I'm really trying to make is be careful with your grades the whole way through because it is an average of all your grades. If you look at the second student here, I mean, the difference of going from an F to a C automatically takes your GPA from a 2.0 to a 2.5, so automatically they're at about a C average. And of course, if you're doing well all the way through, you're looking at about a 3.75. So the big thing to know here is, of course, your GPA influences your whole high school career, and your universities, your colleges, or your technical schools, they're going to look at your whole 4 years of high school as opposed to just 1 year or what you did the last 2 years. So all of it is important. So number two, the easiest time is to boost or hinder your GPA is your freshman year. Also, the miraculously predictive power of a freshman year grade. So ninth grade has been long considered a make or break year. What does that mean? Researchers have been studying how freshman year's grades are related to students' later successes and failures. The higher a ninth grader's GPA is, the more the student will attend a university or college. The study showed that the ninth grade GPA is more predictive than an objective measure like standardized tests. So those are your EOCs, your SATs, things like that. For parents, this is obviously very, very eye-opening because it underscores how hard it is for kids to get off track at this age to come back on track. So again, I cannot emphasize enough, from here on out, ninth grade all the way to senior years, grades matter. So whether it is an elective, whether it's a core class, whether you need it for graduation, all grades matter. All right, and number four, of course, this is by far my favorite one, because I feel like a lot of times we overlook it. Learning has hidden rewards. You never know where learning is going to lead you. The more your child becomes a voracious learner of anything and everything during high school, the more likely they will discover the benefits of understanding the world. You'll learn how to master new skills and maybe even discover their passion while they're doing that. So let's not forget that it's not just about a GPA, it's not just about grades, it's not just about being in school, but learning and learning how to, the love of learning really will really prepare your child for life after high school. So this is a list of the supply list depending on what class you're in. As you're taking a picture of that, I am going to play a recording a student sent me.
Hey everyone, my name is Jaden, and I just want to take a few minutes to give you my story. So 4 years ago, Miss Ainley started tutoring me, helping me with my education, all my classes. I just graduated with a 3.8 GPA from high school, and I'm currently starting at Kennesaw State University, not as a freshman, but as a sophomore, with my tuition paid for through the Hope Scholarship, which is like it's the largest cost. I'm really grateful for listening to Miss Ainley's advice, and I'm also really grateful for the direction that she tirelessly provided me with. And I definitely hope others can benefit from this information, because it changed a lot of things. Things would be really different right now if it weren't for her instruction.
Okay, so if you're interested in getting some more information, like I said, as I learn, I teach. So not just in Algebra 1 or pre-calculus or calculus or any math class, just in general, there is, paths that you can take throughout your high school career. So there are lots of choices. And of course, your counselor would have the most information. But like I said, from personal experience of just having put in my nephew through the education system here, it has given me an understanding, or a better understanding, of everything that's available. So if you'd like some more information on that, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be located in the back of the classroom. Come say hi, ask me whatever questions you have, whatever I can do to help you. I am more than willing, because if it's not about just me succeeding, it's we all succeed, right? So it's about a we thing. So if I can help in any way, I will. All right, so progress reports are going to be emailed. Basically, every time I put in a grade, you will get a progress report. So for me, there will be at least 2 grades entered every week. The first one is your notebook, which, as you walk towards me, please take a moment to look at the sample notebook. And then the second one is going to be our practice problems that we do based on the notebook. So in class, when you first walk in, we will take care of the notebook, the first 8 or so minutes or less. It will be about taking notes and watching example problems. Then after that, it will be attempting those example problems, because it's one thing to see somebody do a couple of problems. It's definitely something else to be able to do them on your own. So here in class, we are really, really big on group work and peer tutoring and teacher tutoring, and doing small group instruction. So basically, just making sure that by the time your student leaves the class that day, they understand it. So with that being said, there will be open notebook quizzes that are also given on a weekly basis, but they may not go in as a grade every week, but they will be given just to kind of assess your student, to make sure that they are on the path that they need to be. So as soon as you notice a grade that is not what you would like it to do, please reach out to me. Please talk to your student. And we have generals time here, so we can definitely do some additional tutoring. And I also offer tutoring on Mondays and Tuesdays first thing in the morning. So just reach out and we can take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. So again, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for watching this video. Here is my email address as to how you can reach out to me. Just remember that I am here for you. I do want your student to succeed, and whatever I can do in order for your students to succeed, I am willing to do. Okay, so for with that being said, I do allow like a lot of makeup sessions where your student can change their grade, because like I said, that GPA, what your student does now, influences the rest of your life. And so therefore, with that being what it is, I do want to make sure that we together put them in a good position for their future. So please feel free to reach out. That is my email address. I will respond within 24 hours. We can set up a conference if we need to, and we can just make sure that your student has everything that they need. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to talking with you the rest of the year.